The Young and the Uneasy. According to 2-week spoilers, Marla Adams will have last scenes as Dina Margaran. Therefore, the character's terrible demise will be shown on the CBS serial opera rather than off-screen. Fans are thrilled to hear this, but it is also disheartening. Additionally, during the course of the following few weeks, a number of couples in Genoa City may experience Y&R. Following their elopement, Summer Newman, Hunter King, and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, sneak return to Genoa City. No, her finger was not ringed by Kyle, and the reason for that is that Summer abandoned him after sneaking out of their hotel room. Why? She changed her mind after seeing that he was messaging Lola Roselle's Sasha Cal. On the CBS Sudzer, she is back in GC but is keeping quiet and ignoring him. This week on Young and the Restless, and possibly next week, we witness Marla Adams' final appearance as Dina Margaran. Dina eventually passes away from Alzheimer's. However, Dina initially receives the necklace she desired from Jack Abbott, played by Peter Bergman. To lose Dina Margaran is devastating. However, it's fantastic that Marla was able to reprise her role as Dina Margaran. Get your tissues ready for Dina's farewell. According to 2-week spoilers, Chelsea Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, will be dumped by Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. His heart then opens as he rushes to see Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. Sharon panics out and flees when Adam confesses his love for her. But Shaddam might still occur. Recall that we previously disclosed that I&R will be receiving a large number of switches. Chelsea suddenly becomes interested in young Johnny, her biological son, with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, in another upcoming episode of Young and the Restless. Recall that she permitted her son to be adopted and raised by Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel. After accusing Billy of ruining Adam, Chelsea suddenly wants to meet the child. Billy is terrified by this and doesn't want it to occur. According to spoilers, Paul Williams, Doug Davidson, will appear on Gly and R soon, albeit only for a single scene. He questions Donnie Bowe's character Chance Chancellor about his dubious history with Adam in Las Vegas. Chance's chances of joining the GCPD may be jeopardized due to the missing person scenario. Paul will make a brief comeback to Young and the Restless, so don't blink. 2-week spoilers for Young and the Restless reveal that Sharon rushes home after Adam confesses his love and asks Ray Roselle's Jordi Villasuso to pop the question. She acknowledges when he does, but it's obvious she's thinking about Adam. You can witness Ray's collateral harm as Sharon flees from what she truly wants, which may be Shaddam. Unless there is a significant alteration, Shay will soon undergo its last split. According to spoilers, Brittany Sarpy's character Elena Dawson will lose it on Y&R. She isn't often a horrible girl, and she is crying in Devin Hamilton's, Brighton James' arms. She will therefore eventually come clean and admit to sleeping with Nate Hastings, seen Dominic. The only thing left to wonder is if Elena becomes pregnant. Fans anticipate a Who's the Daddy tale, but perhaps Y&R will avoid giving away too much. The sorrowful last days of Dina Margaran and Marla Adams' unavoidable departure, however, have been the major news these past 2 weeks. Don't forget your hanky and don't miss these episodes. As the Young and the Restless prepares for 2 weeks of heartbreak, nostalgia, and startling encounters, Genoa City is experiencing a bittersweet moment. The upcoming episodes are expected to be tearful and turbulent due to the return of legacy tales and the sorrowful farewell of veteran actress Marla Adams. Meanwhile, Skyle's life may be coming to an end as Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, find themselves descending into perilous emotional ground. Here is a preview of the drama that will take place over the course of the next 2 weeks and permanently alter the Young and the Restless. Even if fans have anticipated this moment, it still doesn't make it any simpler. In her last scenes, Marla Adams, the adored actress who embodied the nuanced and resilient Dina Margaran, will make an appearance. Since her initial appearance on The Young and the Restless in 1983, Adams' portrayal of the Abbott matriarch has had a lasting impact on the history of the program. Dina's journey culminates in these forthcoming episodes with a heartfelt homage that celebrates her legacy and her family's unwavering devotion. Even though Dina died in 2020 due to problems from Alzheimer's disease, the show has managed to bring her back in a special way, this time through the recollections and flashbacks of Jack Abbott, played by Peter Bergman, which will completely shock him. As he prepares a speech for a new Jabot anniversary celebration, Jack watches old home footage. However, Jack is overcome with grief when he finds a lost fragment of Dina's old diary, which suggests truths she never shared before her death. According to reports, the scenes will include previously unreleased footage of Adams, as well as brand new dreamlike portions shot earlier this year, prior to her actual death. These moments carry a tremendous emotional burden. Gathered in the Abbott living room, Jack, Ashley, Eileen Davidson, and Tracy, Beth Maitland, consider what Dina meant to them as a mother, and as the imperfect woman who nevertheless inspired them to love profoundly. Jack is said to have whispered, "You never really left us, did you, mother?" in one particularly moving scene. This remark captures decades of heartbreak, forgiveness, and family reconciliation. The Young and the Restless is going to have one of its most poignant weeks in a long time. One family is coming to terms with its situation, while another is falling apart. Summer and Kyle, Genoa City's once golden couple, appear to be on a disastrous and sinister trajectory. What started out as a few little misunderstandings has now grown into temptation, jealousy, and mistrust. According to previews, Summer grows more and more irritated with Kyle's failure to establish boundaries with Claire Grace, Haley Aaron, throughout the course of the following 2 weeks. Working with Kyle at Marchetti provides Claire, who is still getting used to life beyond the Newman umbrella, with unexpected solace. Summer senses that what begins as friendship soon transforms into something more. Kyle dismisses her when she confronts him, claiming she is exaggerating. Fans, however, are aware of the reality. Kyle is making risky choices as a result of his unresolved anger and loneliness. He's not attending meetings, drinking more, and holding on to the hope that someone finally understands him. Summer, meantime, approaches Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, for assistance, initially only platonically, but there is no denying their chemistry. There is a noticeable emotional intimacy created by their discussions about family, grief, and moving on from sadness. The rifts in Skyle's marriage become significantly more noticeable by week 2. Summer storms out following yet another furious quarrel, and Kyle rashly heads to Claire's place. Fans are left wondering if Kyle will cross the line as the episode closes on a cliffhanger. This change is a gut punch for devoted viewers who cheered for Skyle's idyllic romance. However, it has been suggested that the show's creators are moving both characters toward a more nuanced and mature development, a test that could redefine their identities as Harrison's parents and as individuals. Jack and Diane, Susan Walters, are once again forced to strive to hold their family together as pandemonium envelops their son. However, each has its own set of difficulties. Jack is caught between maintaining the stability of the business and paying tribute to his mother's memories as Jabot's anniversary draws near. In the meantime, Tucker McCall, played by Trevor Street John, keeps playing mind tricks in an effort to trick Ashley into going into another risky emotional downward spiral. The friction between the Abbotts and Chancellor Winters is one of the repercussions of his actions. But Diane assumes an unexpected leadership position. As she consoles Jack after his mother's memory evokes feelings of loss and guilt, her journey from misfit to matriarch comes full circle. As their relationship deepens, it appears that they may finally be in sync, but only if Tucker doesn't get in the way once more. Diane says something that will undoubtedly become famous in a future scene. "We can't rewrite our pasts, Jack, but we can honor them by doing better now." This message strikes a profound chord with the show's current theme, which is forgiveness, closure, and second chances. Without Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, pulling the reins, a week in Genoa City wouldn't be complete. His attention shifts to Adam, Mark Grossman, and Nick, Joshua Morrow, this time. Even though they try their hardest to cooperate at Newman Media, Victor's schemes bring up old grievances. Father and son are once again pitted against each other when Victor unveils a startling new merger idea. The twist, though? His goal is to preserve the Newman family legacy before he retires. Temporarily, of course. Not to gain power. Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, is caught in the crossfire as the Newmans argue over the future. She is caught between ambition and loyalty as a result of her engagement with both Adam and Nick. By the second week, Sally must make a decision that could change her relationship with both of her brothers forever. The Young and the Restless is obviously setting the stage for a new generation of storylines, but the emotional focal point of these 2 weeks will be Marla Adams' farewell appearance. Both physically and figuratively, the torch is being handed. The show's overarching theme of transition, the end of one period and the uncertain beginning of another, is echoed in Jack's tearful farewell to his mother. In the meantime, the conflicts in Kyle and Summer's relationship reflect those in contemporary love. Ego versus trust, ambition versus connection. And in typical soap opera fashion, everything comes together at the approaching J-Bot Gala, a glamorous occasion that marks a turning point and a tribute. Aside from champagne toasts and exquisite gowns, there will undoubtedly be at least one devastating betrayal before the evening is out. Off-screen, the cast and crew of The Young and the Restless are allegedly working on a heartfelt memorial feature that will broadcast after Adam's last episode. It's anticipated that a number of her former co-stars, such as Peter Bergman, Beth Maitland, and Eileen Davidson, would talk about their own experiences working with her. Adams, who died earlier this year, had an incredible career in daytime television that lasted more than 60 years. She captured the spirit of a lady who made errors but never stopped loving her family with a nuanced, poignant, and strong portrayal of Dina. The homage will serve as a reminder to viewers that although soap opera characters come and go, the emotional connections they forge last for years. The Young and the Restless will move into a new stage following these 2 tumultuous weeks. The show is preparing for a winter of significant disclosures and startling decisions, with the Abbotts once again taking center stage, and Skyle's relationship in doubt. Will Kyle and Summer find their way back to one another, or will Claire and Chance become the new lovers in a romantic triangle? Will a truth that might rock J-Bot to its foundation be revealed by Jack's recovered fragment of Dina's diary? And what effect will Victor's most recent business decision have on Genoa City's power dynamics? There's no denying that The Young and the Restless is fusing new drama with tradition in a way that is both excitingly unpredictable and nostalgic. Viewers will see a careful balancing act between ends and beginnings over the course of the next 2 weeks. Fans will be reminded why the Abbott family is still one of the most emotionally compelling in soap opera history, by Marla Adams' heartbreaking departure. In addition, the implosion of Kyle and Summer is a contemporary reverberation of the generational drama that has characterized The Young and the Restless for more than half a century. It serves as a reminder that love and grief are 2 sides of the same coin in Genoa City, and that every conclusion is only the beginning of a new tale that has yet to be told. So gather your tears and get ready for an emotional roller coaster, because the upcoming 2 weeks of The Young and the Restless are more than simply episodes. They're a brave foray into the future and a heartbreaking farewell to the past.